What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Now, the 2022 Elimination Chamber is in the rearview mirror as the road to WrestleMania continues, with newly crowned WWE Champion Brock Lesnar appearing last night to confront Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Fans can expect a lot of fireworks when this happens, but what else? Well, join us now as we look at this week's edition of the Blue Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Mr. McMahon's WrestleMania opponent revealed? Is WWE scrapping the brand split? AEW deletes a controversial Vladimir Putin line, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. As always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good is number 1, a good Rousey promo. Can Ronda Rousey cut a good promo? Well, that's a question fans have debated ever since the baddest woman on the planet entered the WWE. While Rousey's first WWE run featured some awkward promos, Ronda improved when she turned heel, suggesting it might be a case of honing her mic skills. While Rousey is still a babyface, last night's promo showed Rousey is still learning. It was nice that the crowd didn't shit on her, which always helps. Number 2, Pat McAfee is life. Pat McAfee's color commentary continues to add so much more to every episode of Smackdown, and it's no stretch to say that he's so good that we'll tune in every Friday night just to see what craziness McAfee has in store. McAfee is one of those rare color commentators whose enthusiasm never crosses the line into obnoxiousness, and he makes every match seem so special. While Raw could benefit from McAfee's presence, we're glad to see him on Smackdown, as we're not sure how long Pat could last on Mondays before the show sucked the life out of him. Speaking of McAfee, rumor has it he may be wrestling at this year's showcase of the Immortals. Be sure to check into the news to see who he's facing. Number 3, Heyman cuts to commercial. Paul Heyman has done a lot during his wrestling career, managing, running ECW, and providing color commentary, so it's no surprise Roman Reigns' tribal council decided to try something new last night, in this case cutting to a commercial. The segment was kind of strange, but it was also kind of cool, a reminder that you never know what the former Paulie Dangerously is gonna do. Number 4, a star in the making. It was good to see Xia Li on Smackdown, as she's one of the most promising new stars in the WWE's women's division, and let's just pray she doesn't get the Toni Storm treatment. Her win over Natalya was exactly what you wanted from her at this point in her career, a chance for her to look good against an accomplished veteran. Now it's just up to the WWE to give her a sustained push. That's going to be easier said than done, however, given the WWE's obsession with pushing an elite feud in the women's division, it may not be that hard. Number 5, best Brock Roman segment ever. A major props to the WWE for presenting perhaps the best segment ever between Brock and Reigns. These two have clashed so often in the ring and in talk segments that it's hard to find anything new to explore. Nonetheless, both men did, as Brock channeled his best Paul Heyman, talking trash while predicting a win over Roman at WrestleMania 38, as well as an ass beating for both Reigns and Heyman. Heyman did his usual trash talking, but the highlight of the night was Roman Reigns' power-mad proclamation that SmackDown is his place, with the Universal Champion pointing out how everything is his, ranging from the cameraman, the announce crew, the fans, and even the WrestleMania sign. Reigns took what could have been a ridiculously over-the-top promo and made it his own. The superb segment was capped off by the obligatory post-contract signing brawl as Brock Lesnar levels security, which Roman noted as his security. Definitely a gold star for one of the security guards, who had the wherewithal to sweep a wayward microphone out of the way when Brock delivered a F5 to a hapless guard, possibly saving him from a trip to the chiropractor's office. But that was a good. What about the bad is number 1, endless rematches. Does the Blue Brand have a temporal loop crisis? How else to explain the endless rematches fans must sit through? Last night's show featured the third match between Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss, as well as a New Day's third throwdown with Los Lotharios. As we've noted, these rematches might be interesting if the WWE added a storyline to them, in the case of the New Days versus the Los Lotharios, or it spread the rematches out, which it's definitely not doing with Drew and Madcap. And number 2, no time for women's matches? What's up with the WWE only giving its female undercard workers 1 or 2 minutes for each match? And we understand that main eventers like Ronda Rousey and Charlotte get more time than performers like Xia Li and Natalya, but giving the undercard wrestlers short shrift is demeaning and robs fans of a chance to choose which wrestlers to root for. And there was nothing ugly about last night's show, as SmackDown provided a good follow-up show after Elimination Chamber and built up several big Blue Brand bouts for this year's show of shows. While some fans might be disappointed to see Sami Zayn defend the Intercontinental Championship against a celebrity at Mania, Vince McMahon loves the mainstream media's attention on the WWE's biggest show, and fans should expect other celebrities to compete there as well. Not good, not bad, just meh. What did you guys think of the blue brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first story looks at WWE scrapping the brand split. Atop in today's news is a wild rumor that's taking on a life of its own. The rumor concerns whether the WWE plans to scrap the brand split between Raw and Smackdown, a split that dates back to 2016. The reason for all this talk has to do with the WWE boasting that the Brock Lesnar vs Roman Reigns bout at Wrestlemania will be a title unification match, as both the WWE and Universal Championship will be on the line. Naturally, fans are wondering just how the WWE intends to deal with the aftermath, as a few fans expect the match to go anything but a definitive, if not controversial, finish. Some fans think this move makes it impossible for the WWE to do anything but feature the wrestlers of both brands on competing on each other's shows. While this is an interesting theory, it ignores the obvious alternative that the WWE could have one world champion while maintaining the brand split and having the champion defend the world title on both brands, much like the NWA world champion traveled to different territories defending the belt. There's also the possibility that the WWE could go the Becky 2 belts route and have the unified world champion drop one of the titles at some point in the future, leading to one title on each brand. Regardless of the outcome, the speculation has fans talking and should only increase the hype for WrestleMania 38's title unification match. What do you think is going to happen? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Vince McMahon's opponent leaked? There's some more incredible rumors concerning WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, as the current talk is that not only is the 76-year-old contemplating a return to the ring, but he plans on doing so against a WWE commentator. If you've been following the news, you know that Vinnie Mac has told his writers that nothing is off the table, including an in-ring return by the WWE's resident genetic jackhammer. And now Ringside News is reporting, word making the rounds is that the company is currently planning a feud between Vince McMahon and Pat McAfee for WrestleMania 38. It is further said that the feud will most likely culminate in an official match between the two at the Show of Shows. One clue that the match is going to happen is that Mr. McMahon is scheduled to appear on the Pat McAfee show on Thursday, 3rd March. Pat tweeted the news on 25th Friday, about to have the conversation of a lifetime with the legendary billionaire genius Vince McMahon next week. Do you guys think Vince McMahon should get back in the ring? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, an update on Owen Hart tournaments. Details are finally emerging on All Elite Wrestling's partnership with the Owen Hart Foundation and the Owen Hart Foundation men and women's tournaments. Speculation began when AEW announced its partnership with the foundation, with questions as to how AEW would honor the late great grappler's legacy. Fans eventually learned that a men and women's tournament will be held, but questions of when have remained elusive, until now. According to Wrestling Inc., AEW announced that they will return to the UBS Arena in Long Island, New York on May 11th for a live Dynamite and taping for Rampage that week. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 AM Eastern Time, and it was noted that the taping will see the opening round matches in the Owen Hart Foundation tournaments. While there's no word on who will participate or how many matches will be held, they noted the tournament finals will take place at the 2022 AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view, which is expected for late May. Dr. Martha Hart will be live at Double or Nothing to present the winners with their trophy, which is being called the Owen Cup. And finally, AEW deletes a controversial segment. Last but not least, All Elite Wrestling has deleted another controversial comment from its resident rapper Max Caster. Fans attending the tapings for the 25th February edition of Rampage report that Caster was talking trash on Orange Cassidy before Caster's teammates Anthony Bounds bout against Freshly Squeezed. According to fans, Caster spit the following: "Played with the acclaim, you gotta be stupid. This guy's as popular as Vladimir Putin." Given Russia's invasion of Ukraine, it's understandable that AEW felt it is best to remove the line. However, while AEW reportedly deleted the verse, it did keep this one in. "Yo, I don't like you. Anthony is about to come fight you. Best friends, very nice, very evil, but I guess you're not friends with any black people." Now, Max Caster has some controversial comments in AEW, so much so that AEW President Tony Khan claims he screens Caster's raps before they air on television. What do you think of the latest rap? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.